with your faves. Keep it locked in with us for your daily dose of hot tea only on Win Media 98.9.
Good morning, and welcome to Island Tea with your faves, Kevin and Nazim featuring Jade, Gwenny Gwen, Idita, CPL Mather, Stuart Johnson, right here on Win Media SKN, and it's a rainy Tuesday.
It is.
In the Federation of St. Kitts Nevis.
Blessings upon blessings.
Well, let me not say that, because Sunday, apparently it was raining cats and dogs over here, and in Nevis it was bright and sunny.
It was literally pouring in St. Kitts for a good while on Sunday, and then it just stopped.
Well, we have a caller who has referred to the weather as being schizophrenic lately. I am
pretty on point.
I'm minded to agree with them.
Pretty on point, friend.
But it's March 29th, Jade, and on this 29th day of March, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm. I had a good amount of sleep. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, you look fresh.
That's why you got the one sheet this morning. I was sleeping since like 5 o'clock yesterday.
What? When you need it. I need that. I need that too. The last 2 nights have been late nights and early mornings.
Yeah, I mean that's going to be the rest of the week, so I figured I should just get the sleep early.
As a matter of fact, when we leave here, I can drop you out somewhere to go get me coffee. And if you need one, you get one too.
Vibes. I actually have a meeting right here after here.
Here?
I know,
So I mean, I got for him parking?
Or don't move and just walk.
But I mean, I got to walk back.
Yeah, generally. You can't find parking in town, so you might as well. You're not going to find parking.
You got to play some Port Zante. I was thinking I'll go walk a little 4th Street, but...
As Port Zante is on the opposite side of the building.
That's what I said. So I'll go there. I was thinking about 4th Street.
Coffee.
Right.
Vibes. Yeah, I could get mine then. I could be Port Zante anyway. Might as well.
All right.
But how are you? Well, besides being tired?
I am. I'm in good spirits.
Good.
I have been just in. You know what it is, Jane?
No.
I have been at a place where you get to this place where you're just trying to figure out what's next.
You was in my head this morning, no? Wow.
What kind of that?
Nothing.
Like you see that's the angel side. You see the angel on my shoulder there, no?
No, I see the ring around the new one.
Oh, yeah. So, but yeah, I've been on this kick trying to figure out what's next, and I have a little bit of a plan. So I have some things, trying to organize.
Isn't life about what's next? Because I feel like every day.
That's all you think about.
Yeah. What am I going to do next? What am I going to do tomorrow? What am I going to do in 10 minutes?
Yeah, it really does feel that way. But by trying to figure out, you know what it is too for me. Prior to the pandemic, things was just like I felt like I was getting to a point where it was gonna be the culmination of all I've worked for like the last 10 years. So it was like, and then Corona just come and just solved everything.
You said you thought.
Yeah, so I feel like I'm at the place where I was like just after graduating college, except instead of the debt being to development bank, the debt all over the place.
Damn.
So yeah, we are trying to figure out what to do. Yeah, we was discussing one of the options yesterday at Value Mart. I might have to look into that.
I tell you, business plan. Just get your business plan together.
Yeah, shout out the expats one time.
Vibes.
My God, be doing something to cater to some of your particular needs.
You're on brand, you know? I tell you, let me tell you about yesterday, me.
Jade, you do have some marketing skills, so I may have to.
I'm good at a lot of things. I could get you, know.
I'll have to let you manage me by.
I could get you.
I'll have to let you manage me. Well, let's do a trial run.
Yeah, no.
Like a 2-month trial run. So here we go.
The minimum is 3 months, friend.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's
work with it. We can work with it, and I promise I will never betray your trust.
Okay. Y'all hear the pitch here right here on Island Tea. Jade apparently is now managing me.
I'm going to sell as him. So Witty, this is your chance.
What? Wait, what?
This is your chance. Send me a private message.
Oh boy. But yeah, I think a lot of people are in this place now. Some of them, I know there are people who are having these thoughts of, should I go back to what I was doing prior to COVID? A lot of people opting not to. A lot of people opting not to. I know of about 4 people off the top of my head who, because of the pandemic, the employment that they were doing before was just not available. They got laid off. And they went and did their own thing. And now that things are opening back up, they got the call like, hey, you're opening back up, You
mean the unvaccinated people that they fired, or just everyone in general?
No. Just based on what they were doing, business slowed down, the business,
you're not talking
laid
about
off
being
people.
redundant for...
No,
okay.
not for
Never
vaccine.
mind, carry on.
Yeah, but now things opening back up, they getting the calls again like, hey, we back up, we back open, your job's still here. And now they're thinking, I really want to go back there. What I'm doing right now kind of...
Not only that, you've now lost trust in the business that used to feel like the safe haven for you. Because you realize at any time you could be made redundant or fired, and so you don't feel like
Security.
your
Job security.
job security it doesn't feel the same anymore.
The funny thing is, like, some of these places, you would have thought that those are the places where the jobs were secure based on the industry.
You would have thought.
No.
No, my friend.
No.
That is definitely not the truth. But yeah, a lot of us in the same boat, honestly. A lot of us knows how it feels to get that call to say, well, you know, due to the pandemic and the fact that we have to cut costs, you will be made redundant. Thank you for your service.
Them conversations, they got to be very difficult, eh?
Mm-hmm.
But
I assume so. I've had one.
Yeah. Well. But that's a difficult decision. A lot of people even opting to go back, but keep on. They already now have this skill. Already maybe develop a clientele, and just doing both, doing multiple things. Something that I think a lot of us maybe thought about doing prior to the pandemic and didn't do it. In terms of having, like multiple streams of income, right?
Well, you need to in this economy.
Our side hustle,
As in, you literally cannot survive on one paycheck in this country.
Jade,
I don't know how people do it.
bearing in mind that a lot of these people, the one paycheck really is a half a paycheck.
Because when you don't take, like, let's say you take out rent or mortgage, you take out food, you take out insurance, car.
Girl, like they catch me on the weekend,
See?
The insurance catch me.
Why everybody always having the insurance catch them off?
I put some money on my card there. I was looking at my card and it was Friday, and I was like, I go in the bank, got transfer some money to the card and thing. And I was like, I don't buy that. Me gonna use all this money on the weekend.
Okay.
So here comes Sunday morning. I got in Nevis, trying to catch the boat. Walk up, let me go by the ATM. Transfer some money to the account with the debit card, the ATM card. What? But just hit the thing one time. Hit the little thing where the account is. So just hit that there to see the history.
You wanna rob you?
I want about who robbed me by
insurance.
By insurance. Insurance.
Nothing does be worse than an unexpected deduction.
By them drawdowns there, by they hit different by.
You know who don't play with that? Apple Music.
Apple Music.
You're gonna have minus $10 on your account.
They got with it.
Yeah, man.
They got with the minus 10.
Yeah, man.
They got with it.
Apple don't care where the money coming from, but they're going with it.
Right now, you realize the last couple of weeks I just been running music off of YouTube, but I mean even you mine.
For sure, you can use mine.
I think yeah.
Yeah, use mine.
Okay. But yeah, I just buy well.
Trust me. Yes, Cleo, it is all a part of being a grown up and it sucks. Okay? Being a grown up is ghetto. Ghetto.
Now we don't just go back to the hills by and live one with nature by.
Nature cost, water cost.
No.
What water don't cost? No, I mean currently, your idea is perfect, eh?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just saying, if you think about how we living now.
Right, no. Jade, I'm telling you, I am waiting for them to start charging for air, Jade. People think it's joke, I recognize the idea of charging for water at one point was also ridiculous.
And here we are.
There's people delivering water to your house.
You buy them in 20 bottled cases.
Jade, not that, There's people pulling up with trucks and filling up a tank at your house. So you could do things.
I need one of them.
We have people from Anguilla on the live. They know what's going on. When I first started going to Anguilla regularly and realizing this, that was a thing, it blew my mind, Jade. This is years ago. Eh? I couldn't believe that there was that was somebody's job.
Yep.
To come to your home and fill up a tank with water for you to use. That blew my mind. And I just started recognizing just how privileged you are here and saying it's you open your tap, you expect to see water unless you live Kayan.
I just about to say unless you live in the Kayan region.
People down west been telling me they've been doing good. Village though, still 10 o'clock, that's it. 10 o'clock water lock off.
In only village, man.
Oh yeah.
In only village.
In Jade area too.
But at least we have it from 6 to 10.
Let me tell you something, right? You can imagine what would have happened if we had a similar like financial system like the US where they could just print money. If our governments could have just print money, right? Inflation would have been insane. Dude. Insane. We think inflation bad now?
You mean like the gas prices? Listen.
Jade, my gas light been okay. This ain't no lie. This ain't no joke. This is straight. This happened to me, guys. I remember telling my Nevis on Saturday and Sunday. Jade, I run in and me light, my light on going Peninsula. I don't walk out. I gonna have to walk from Sundance Ridge over there.
I just about to say that's the type of risk you're taking, Adam.
I gone over there. So when I came back in on Sunday night, right? It's almost Monday morning. So the only place for me to take. So I wanted to make it here on Monday morning. I woke up by maybe I get some gas. I gone by
24.
Well, that's the only place I get gas them time there. Paying $50, Jade.
You need to move.
Jade, all I did was I went home. I pick you up in the morning. I came here.
Your gas light on again.
I drop it off. My gas light on again. I said, wait, what? Wait, $50 can't take me to a half day.
Oh, sorry, friend.
$50 can't, and half of the half day I was sleeping. And me think I left my Jeep idling overnight.
I don't believe you will do that.
Yeah, the gas light on. The gas light still on right now.
Bye.
When I leave here. Yeah,
let me tell you how much you're going to have to pay when you. So, retail prices for unleaded gasoline as of today. Delta service station, $18.01 per gallon. Sun service station, $17.50.
What is happening? Good morning, caller. You're live on LNT. You here to call?
Morning, guys.
Morning.
Jade, it sounds like you want to be a kid again.
Yes.
Flies too hard, Jade.
Yes, Cleo, I want to.
I love you. Make me laugh when you say you went to your account and you want to know who's robbing you.
Bye, man.
But can you imagine the people that was put out of work that was not depositing any money in their account for all those months? You know the bank already, time they go to their account, the bank then eat off what they have. So that even your money in the bank is secure because you ain't depositing, they eat it off.
Nice.
They're like Pac-Man. Little by little, nugget by nugget, Pac-Man. They just eat what you have in there. I'm sorry for the people there. Lord help us. Jade, welcome to Grown Up World.
I want to go back. They like it here. I don't like it here, Azim.
Oh, man. But yeah, Jade, it's rough out there.
You're telling me, Freddie?
Rough out there,
I
man.
said, this is the ghetto. I don't know. When they say everybody can't even get increased, listen, I don't know how y'all gonna work out this, I don't know how y'all gonna work out this, but y'all gonna have to lower something since y'all can increase something. Y'all have to lower something.
My thing is, why is it only some people allowed to increase the prices, though?
What do you mean some people?
Only some people, and it tend to be the people who are already making a lot of money could raise the prices. You ever realize that? They're the people who okay. If you go to the supermarkets, you go to the hardware stores and think everything gone up, right?
Yes.
Everything gone up. But then the people who like the skilled workers who use the things that they buy in the supermarket and at the hardware store, they expected to go down at the price because things are hard.
Nonsense.
Everybody begging for a discount right now.
You have to ask them because we can't afford nothing else. We can't afford gas. We can't afford food.
Jade, I wish somebody could just when people begging and they say, "But me ain't gonna give them the money because me want them smoke off the money."
They just want to buy.
So they say they buy the food.
Please,
just buy me gas. Like,
buy your gas.
Me buy the gas station and put the gas in my vehicle. That's all. Like, just tell me.
Them things becoming gifts,
Jed, right now, man. There's a man used to boops, like dinners and them thing there. But watch you. If I full up a girl tank right now, but I full up a girl tank.
I really love it.
Man, girl walk up, but he got it.
That's my future husband right there.
What?
Priorities in order.
How about you? Man, satisfying my needs.
Your needs.
Every want and need.
Pay a bill, fill up your tank with some gas. Let me type a man. Listen, may want a food and so.
Food, man. You go find that there.
No, actually do want food. Groceries though.
Yeah, I got you. Good morning, caller 11 Island T. What's up?
Yes, good morning.
Morning.
Right, the reason, right, for the gas to be going up, right, they're saying is because it's like shipping costs and, you know, the cost of the oil by the barrel, right? Is every week these fuel people down here in St. Kitts buy get a shipment? Because if it's going up because of that, I would assume, well, okay, every time you go, you pay a different to get it here. But the fuel isn't already in the pumps here that is going up every week. That is my concern. Because every week something going on the gas, you know, for vehicles. So if that is the reason you say for good to think, we don't see a boat coming here every week. Maybe every 3 months, 4 months or so, you might see a fuel boat in the harbor. So how come the prices are going up every week at 10 cents or 50 cents, whatever? I'm hearing the lady just now saying that it's now 18 something at one station and 17 at the other.
Oh, yeah.
When it was just 15.90 something last week. Shimping some of these people. I got something I want to say, but you know, I sound good on the radio.
Don't say it, don't say it. Don't say it here, please. Don't say it here.
When I say so, because you know, I sound good.
Wait, it's on Facebook.
All right, man, I appreciate you.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
So bit
Hey.
I go wait, however I feel with them, take me to Jamaica. So we're not in Jamaica. I know y'all don't know the difference between the accents in the Caribbean, but this is St. Kitts. This is not Jamaica. Good morning to you, though.
But yeah, I think what is happening with that is it's a commodity, right? That's how commodities kind of function, right? So like gold and thing.
Yes, it's a commodity.
So for instance, like if I have gold and I go to trade it in or whatever, I get the price based on what the global price is. It don't matter that I had it and I bought it at $20 a gram. So I should go sell it for $20 a gram. No, it's like what is the going rate now? Gas and them kind of things fall into that. Even money. Big up the forex traders them one time.
Listen, buy them there. Them there does work harder.
Gotcha.
Gas is crazy high here in the States. Trust me. We know.
Dummy lettuce 311. What state are you in? And could you tell us?
Six.
Oh yeah, California ridiculous. California, the gas is more expensive in California than St. Kitts Jade.
Like, what out time we're living in, boy.
Yeah.
Gas is like ridiculous all over.
Yeah, but hey, we move.
We shouldn't.
Good morning, caller. You're live in LNT.
Guys, question. Do you pay tax at the pump for the gas down there?
I think gas is we pay the VAT, you know. I think.
So they could take the VAT off the gas then, because like here in my state, from next month, we take off the 25% tax off the gas, and bus. I would take bus and be having bus ride for 2 months free. So maybe the government could take the VAT off the gas, seeing that the price is going up every week.
Well, there's been talk of a subsidy to help with the price of gas, so we hope that gets instituted sooner rather than later.
Exactly, sooner rather than later is right. You have a good day.
All right, thanks for that. But yeah, the PM did mention a gas subsidy, right?
Somebody said a week before last, they went to the supermarket and saw a tin of sausages for $2.45. Last week they went back. It's $2.75.
That's what me not eat corruption.
Look me.
sorry.
Don't do that.
But that's a real thing, Jade.
Yes, I know.
I think what happening is that we would usually get these fluctuations in some of these prices, and it'll be so minute that is only for people who really looking at that recognize. But the hikes coming so fast, and the hikes so big that you can't help but just notice, like, wait.
Yeah.
Yesterday we almost left the groceries we almost just walk out at the supermarket and left the groceries, and I said, no, I'll keep them. I'll keep my money in my pocket.
I literally bought 5 things.
5?
And it came up to over $100. One was water.
Water, toilet paper. Watch it. Jade went and bought basically the prison starter kit, right? Water, toilet paper, some plantain,
a patty.
The woman say, 1 So 1 or what?
I said, wait, let me see what I'm doing, because hold on, you multiply something here, boy, too.
Dude, you know what does be funny? Mm-hmm. When even the cashier start to check back before she tell you the price.
Literally was like,
let me see what when the cashier, the man all surprised, it's bad. That happened to me couple times. I gone in, and I just buy grapes, Jade. So the grapes thing no be ridiculous. You buy 2 pack of grapes, that's $50. Literally.
Mm-hmm.
So I think sometime I gone in, and the woman like, she want to tell me the price, like she feel it in her heart that this is wrong. So she knows something is wrong.
She got conscience.
She got conscience. Me and the man buy 4 things. Where you got to go tell him 160 something. Bye. It is
rough out here, boy, but we just got to figure out somewhere to adapt. As we said, they have to figure out how to reduce things since they can't.
Reduce the monkey population so people could plant freely. That's what I got to do.
I'm to the monkey task. Every single other month I come in here and ask, I'm to the monkey task force.
They make a big announcement about this monkey task force.
I laughed, you know.
We all did, Jade. We all did.
Because I called it a monkey task force. They didn't.
The monkey task force.
Yeah, I could have just said.
As a matter of fact, Jade, we was going through a period in time where everything just had a task force.
What you?
That's what was going on. We had
only one left.
We had the COVID task force.
Only them that left, they're standing firm and strong.
Yeah, you keep me firm.
But yeah, y'all need to really... The monkey task force needs to actually be a thing and not just in theory. I know y'all did some test ones, but y'all need to continue because it's very hard for people. Y'all telling people plant and TDC having all type of sales and stuff, but when you go buy them and then you start planting and the monkey eat them before you.
And the thing is, the monkey them, I would have feel okay if the monkey them was eating them for sustenance. The monkey them, they just take 1 bite of your thing and just back it down. I then go to another one, bite that there, show that there too.
Don't me let us go listen some Dijon.
But yeah, guys, we have a caller on the line. Good morning, caller. You're live on Island T.
Yes, guys. Good morning again.
Morning.
You got to hold on. Let me turn down my radio.
Turn down your radio a bit.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah. Good morning, sir.
You hearing me?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I want y'all to listen to my song, right? You don't have to play it more. If you could play it while you're on here, somewhere else in the studio, or that you hear it. You got somebody in Trinidad. Her name is Anna Sinet Khan. Right? And the name of the song is and Calling It Rain. Listen to the song. Listen to the lyrics of the song and to fit some of the people here that doing what they're doing.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Just check the song and listen to the lyrics of it.
All right, man. Will do. All right, Jade. All right. But guys, as much as we are talking about how difficult things is, I think, and that's like, there's not many people who can't relate. Like at the end of the day, like Jade was saying, we're gonna still have to find ways to cope and to deal. I think a lot of people had to go out, had to find another source of income, And a lot of times they had to use some skill that they had.
I didn't know they had.
I didn't know they had something they see on YouTube and start to make some money. Good morning, caller. You're live on Island T. What's up? Oh, that's a caller. Someone else is coming in. Good morning, caller. You're live on Island T. What's up? Okay. That person actually going to make some soap. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it's
It is life, friend.
yeah, let's start this one and see if this person sticks around. Good morning, caller. You're live on Island T.
Bless, greetings to the island.
Yes, man, morning.
It's a serious concern. The monkeys don't play. I know the little witness of the monkeys, which in the Hazel Mountain here in West Farm, we had millions of jelly trees, right? And all of the young shoots them. You know that the monkey then does actually eat out the heart of the coconut trees, flip them and kill them out. Thousands of it, those monkeys destroy in the mountain. But no one paying attention to nature, everybody. If we eradicate the thing with those monkeys, let the Russian army here is trying to take federation. These monkeys here is like terrible pets them, destroying our culture with wine. The monkeys here, trust me, you need to look into the monkey thing here, they're talking about farming thing here. But the farming thing here and work out with these monkeys.
Right.
They're really talking like this, judging a triangle here. A garden monkey from morning to night. Every day in my life, and sometimes I just think they still got all this food there. And we got to really get a task force for these monkeys here. We all got to inject some part of sickness in them for them to kill out each other. We got to find out where to destroy these monkeys out the face. That's why I'm around there talking about the justice of the monkeys in Asia. Not to feed, because we can eat all the free food and destroying our health. Because we cannot do nothing planned here. Think it peacefully and you know what I mean? And the people that we think we got to worry about black people. We got to get real. We got to go into the cannabis industry. We got to go into the road. You know what I mean? And everyone is supposed to benefit from it. Today on the ocean, we got to get the sugar cane. And the cannabis is 3 months. It's a pick-up crop. So everybody who thinks it really could benefit from it, nobody's supposed to be poor. We just get the factory come here. We do all that today in the pig oil, all different from the herb. We sell out the herb abroad, so everybody could plant because the place is small. So we can't let out no one. Well, they're planting, the country they're planting herb right now, the country said, right? And they try to tell people that if you know how to plant weed, you got to get license or whatnot. But no one needs a license to plant no weed. They just overstanding, they get the outlet, they sell out the weed. And we here, we just supply the herb, everybody. No water supposed to cut off and things, no light, they're supposed to be starving here at all, you kind of story we have here. Just control the monkey them and we got a rich population, you know what I mean? Yeah, respect me.
Alright, man, I appreciate it. But yeah, you're definitely gonna have to do something. I know
Yeah.
I think there's been studies before done on the population. I don't know. I think we need to figure out exactly what is the right balance in terms of the population to keep the ecosystem going, but not like to reduce the impact, especially on the farmers. I don't know. I don't know if that number exists. But yeah, maybe that's something we need to do, because when you look around in some of these areas here, about monkey everywhere, you know.
Everywhere as them.
I say monkey don't chase sipping on a stag.
No, that's their community, what I mean?
Fathers here.
Just like us, the lime on a Friday.
They don't put Zante like it's normal.
Yeah.
I say, I'm supposed to be in the hills.
Which hills?
The monkey just troops and went back to Ibia.
You better believe it.
Yeah.
You better believe it. These monkeys are just menaces.
I wake up in the morning, the monkey they just be there watching me like, "Bye, you ain't plan to go work?" I say, "Well, you ain't plan to go work?"
Yeah, he waiting on you to leave. But no, honestly, we really need to deal with it, because it's heartbreaking having to spend all this time just trying to get some food for you and your family to eat, and then you go outside and somebody else eat them. Well, not somebody else, they monkey them.
Yeah.
They monkey them, eat them.
But usually I know there would be places where Actually, the farmers them tend to live good with one another. I've been hearing reports lately of farmers getting the food stolen. And most likely some other farmers, eh? I don't know.
The crops?
Yes, the crops, like generally the farmers is a kind of community. They live close.
What in the world?
And they look out for one another. So it tells me that there has to be a very small subset of just unscrupulous people who just ain't gonna ain't gonna hurt. When you watch Jade, you have to think about it, right? Some of these crops, yeah, some of them you put them in the ground now and you don't see return for months after you done had to give all this love and attention to the crop, right? There's some crops, Jade, by years before you get a proper yield. So imagine you done gone through all the work put all the investment for years, and then somebody just come and be like, oh man, what this here? I'm going with it. Them is the kind of things where make people disappear.
In the hills and valleys.
Abracadabra, Jade.
Listen, I don't tell her about the hills, I say kids, you know.
But look, Jade, I ain't even kidding, man. Like, but whoever out there doing them nonsense,
yeah, like,
man.
Cut it out, man. Y'all ain't gonna hurt.
But actually, families, this year hit home for me because it literally happened to a family member of mine. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're done struggling. The dude go up in the land and plant.
What cause the water bunkies? The ducks in. They're having sex, Lucian. What do you think?
No, I think part of it too is that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No. But they're encroaching on. We're encroaching on their area, so they're coming on in our areas too.
Yeah.
That's kind of what's going on.
Yeah, but sorry, you were telling us about the person who going hell.
So basically, the family are already struggling.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the husband he goes he farm, he does his little thing, whatever, and yeah, he come back now ready to harvest, only to find out that by overnight somebody harvest for him. And they didn't even have the decency to leave it nicely packaged on the farm. They didn't tell him. They didn't bother to tell him where they put it.
Oh.
So, family now struggling.
I know you stole their food.
Two little kids in the house.
Somebody not seeing heaven, by I promise you.
And like I tell you, generally, I know the farmers tend to live very close. They look out for one another and things. So it gotta be just like some real just wicked people, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, let's take one call. Good morning, caller. You're live on LNT. What's up? This one. Good morning, caller. Oh, that's someone too. But yeah, Jade, like them kind of people there, when you find them, if you find them. Hold on, yeah.
Let's take one more call and then we could jump into our next segment with our good friend from Solid Waste. Looking all beautiful as usual.
Good morning, caller. You're live on Island Tea.
Hello, good morning, my family's Island Tea family. Cup of tea. Where I went to the coffee. I want a cup of tea. I want a cup of coffee, you know. When you go England and come back, you're still in the cold. And come on.
Oh, boy. But yeah, that's really, so what tea you had this morning?
I suffer from nothing, you know. I ain't boasting, but I ain't really got nothing across me yet, nothing in my way. So I don't really like go and drink early and so. Well, right, some of them are like 11, 12, me just eat breakfast, you know.
That's good time.
Yeah. Next to lunch.
Wait. So you still going to eat lunch after that?
No, I don't knock me until about after 3, 4.
That's a good time. Yeah, man.
Yeah, what happened? What really happened? That's why the gentleman gone missing. Because he went and made complaints and said, well, whoever was bothering him. And, you know, it's not really right to say so, but it seems as though they want to bring back a trap. Remember that kind of trap they used to bury in the people ground? People used to bury them in the ground just to catch the thief. It look like it's that they want them bring back. No gun they could shoot it off, and otherwise the people come think them do. They must leave people thing alone.
And the next thing we used to have again, right? They used to put, people used to have to put needle and so in bananas, and cut the pumpkin when it's young and put in like a rat or some lizard or something in it. So when you take it down now, think you have a whole pumpkin, the pumpkin just full of mess. They need to leave people thing alone. Because all these chipping is common thing, and so people used to shove in the food. So whoever bite and, the perpetrator, whoever think he going to young and go sell so he just selling them damaged thing. I don't know why they do that. The man up there for years, me not here up there. Mr. Henry, years. And I think they're right. It is not right at all. And the man just, he was in good health. But he said, be like the guy.
Sorry, next lady, we have to wrap up. We have to jump into our next segment.
Yeah, you have a good day. Yeah, we will listen you all.
All right, thank you so much. Guys, we're going to take a short break and be right back with more Island Tea as we jump into...
talking trash.
Jay, come on, teamwork, come on. Let's go. Yeah.
Stick and stay, guys. We'll be right back.
If you say you love your little dear country, try to do something positively. Be a watchdog for the environment. Don't leave everything to the government. We dump our garbage anywhere, lit on the streets everywhere. Our behavior is telling me that we really don't care. Take some pride in your country. Volunteer to clean where it's dirty. Tourism development needs a healthy environment. Whenever we litter, we threaten our survival. So those who engage in it should be treated like criminals. So don't be afraid at all if they call you an informer. Report those who endanger our future. So if you really love this blessed land, this situation demands attention. Think about the future generation. Do what we can to preserve this island. The laws for littering we must enforce. We have to let justice take its course. If you are a proud citizen, you have the right, you have a reason to save this land from destruction. You have an obligation to become involved in anything which affects this nation.
The Solid Waste Management Corporation, SWMC, is working hard each and every day to keep St. Kitts clean. Our primary mandate is to collect household waste while maintaining the engineered sanitary landfill in Connery. While it is the responsibility of businesses to see to it that their garbage is properly collected and disposed of at the landfill, the SWMC offers a commercial waste disposal service with our Nosy program. We also offer a bin rental service where persons can rent large bins to do community cleanups or other waste disposal activities. Additionally, our headquarters in Taylor's Range include state-of-the-art conference rooms for rental. So when you're hosting another event, consider using the SWMC conference facilities. We want to continue serving you by keeping our environment clean, because at the SWMC, waste matters. For more information, call our office at 465-9507.
Good morning, guys, and welcome back to Win Media SKN. And we have, as usual on Tuesdays, our friends from the Solid Waste Management Corporation for Talking Trash. Nama, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you guys?
We're good.
Man.
I think for the most part.
That's good.
Yeah. But always a pleasure to see you. Always happy when you come in and hang out with us.
Same here.
Right here in Win FM Studios. But yeah, what's on the agenda for today?
Well, first of all, let me say good morning to everyone and thank you for joining us here on Talking Trash. And it's always a pleasure to be here. You guys are awesome hosts. And, we can ask for a better program to be on. Thank you. Yeah. I know. Yes. So my guest is running late this morning, but the show must go on.
The show must go on.
Yes. And so
I'll be your guest.
Yeah. You know,
we are always happy to.
Yeah. And last week y'all did that as well. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart.
Oh. Hey.
Yes. And so well, one of the things I wanted to talk about this morning was actually Easter. Easter is fast approaching. It's right around the corner. I believe the young ones go on vacation soon. Jade, I don't know. From the time I left school, I stopped keeping track of Easter holidays because I don't get them off for work. So I stopped keeping track because, jealousy builds up and I want to stay home, but I cannot. So, but I believe Easter is approaching fast. And for those of you who are unaware, there are very, very, very few days that we do not work, that our loaders do not work in terms of collection. And among those days, Good Friday is one of those days.
Understandable.
Right. So the 15th, Good Friday is April the 15th this year. And so we will not be doing collection on that date. So for those of you whose collection day falls on a Friday, for that particular day, that is the 15th of April, your collection date will be on the 14th. So remember to put out your waste the day before. So that's the Thursday.
Okay.
Right? So because we're not working on the Friday, there will be no collection on the Friday, but the collection for you who we usually collect for on the Friday will take place on the Thursday, and that will be Thursday the 14th.
That's awesome.
So just be cognizant of that, remember that, and be guided accordingly. So put it in your calendars, if it's Google Calendar, if it's your work calendar, if it's your home calendar, whatever calendar. If your memory is not as great, get somebody else to remind you. Find somebody in the household.
See, we could do that.
Yeah, man,
See, we set a reminder.
See? Yes. And so you'll remember on the 14th to put out your waste. So once your waste is usually collected on the Friday for that particular week, that's the 15th, that's Good Friday. So if your waste is usually collected on Friday, and Good Friday passes and you did not put out your waste, know that your waste is not going to be collected until the following Friday. So you don't want to have 2 weeks of garbage in your household.
And solid waste would not do that. I mean, I'm happy to hear that, you know, the Friday pickups are not going to happen on Thursday.
Yes.
No bin left untipped.
Yes, and that usually happens Christmas time as well. We don't work. I believe it's Boxing Day and New Year's and Christmas Day. So those are pretty much the 3 days that we do not work.
Okay.
Every other day, collection takes place. And so once you're affected on those days, then we usually pick up either the day before or the day after. And in this instance, it's going to be the day before. So just remember, Good Friday, your date is going to be Thursday, and that's Holy Thursday, I think.
Yeah. Also, what I would encourage is if you live in an area that will be affected by the change, don't take the information for yourself. Tell your neighbors.
Yes.
And cap the word spread around the community. Call them little disgusting fellas on the bike. Tell them, go tell them mother.
Yes. I don't know if I'll call them disgusting fellas, but yeah.
No, some of them disgusting. But we love them anyway.
As in.
Some of them disgusting.
Behave. The month is almost over. Let's try to keep up the...
That don't spoil it, you know. That don't spoil lemon, so I might as well.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry.
We got to restart in a couple of days. It's okay.
Okay. True. We get another chance again.
Yes.
Only problem is it starts with the 1st of April, which is April Fool's Day. Yes, and after that slap yesterday to show what was that? Yesterday was the slap or day before?
Day before.
Yeah, after that slap, it kind of shook us all into a different sphere or realm.
Right.
You know, just when we think COVID is settling down and other things are happening, it's like we just cannot have a peaceful month.
Why would we?
Without confusion.
Oh, no.
No? We need to have that so we can focus our energies more and more and more on the environment. Because we have bigger things to worry about.
Yeah. It was very difficult for me. It was very difficult for me to figure out new ways to reuse some of the things I had in my house when nothing happened.
So give us an example of what you've been doing.
Me, I've been doing tires. You know, use tires for planters.
Okay, so you garden or you farm?
Well, I have a friend who does, and that's what we do. In his little backyard thing.
Okay.
So we repurpose the tires, and he uses those for planters.
Okay.
So that's been going really well as using some of the gallon plastic bottles. Use those for planters as well.
Okay, and so previously you weren't doing that.
No.
So what's the difference in your farm or backyard garden now that you're using that? Are there any benefits to that? Do you see your plants probably flourishing more, or is it the same?
Well, no, definitely in terms of erosion, it's definitely helped in terms of erosion, and even just beautification too. Like it just because they're painted and stuff.
Oh,
so
okay.
It gives a whole new vibe to the place. It kind of makes it more welcoming. You want to go in, you want to weed, you want to do, you want to
right.
You have to do. So, but yeah, definitely, I think the erosion is one of the big pluses to that.
But you touched on something that we were actually discussing yesterday, and that is beautification. You know, when something is beautiful or it looks pristine or it looks nice, you're less likely to damage it or dirty it up and so forth. So I think we all need to take up those kind of initiatives and try our best to beautify our spaces, because if the space looks pretty, you're less likely to, dispose of your waste there. So, Jade, is that the only thing you've been doing, Azim, in terms of repurposing?
Well, I just said too. Jade, what are you doing?
I am using less.
Wait.
Oh, no, what are you doing? That was aggressive.
Jade, what you've been doing?
I've been trying to lessen my use of single-use plastics.
Okay.
Jade, you still ain't buy a water bottle. We leave in here, we're going to buy a water bottle.
That costs a lot of money, that's why.
But that's the thing, Jade. You think they cost a lot of money, but when you really calculate,
I watch the price. Ain't not thinking thing. I watch the price.
you did all the calculation.
One yesterday, and I was like, I can't buy it here.
You probably want the fanciest water bottle, right?
No, it wasn't fancy, man.
No?
Well, it was just expensive. It was just expensive.
Okay.
But yes, I've been doing that. I've been trying to reuse things that I have, so I lessen the waste that I, output.
Right.
That's two.
So you've been looking at yourself as a consumer, what you bring into the home, and then reusing that so that you decrease what goes out of the home and into the landfill. So you guys been paying attention.
I saw somebody use a old bathtub as a little pond.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That's interesting.
That's a good idea.
They took out the tub. They wanted to do the whole stone in the bathroom.
Fancy.
And
Fancy for real.
yes, but instead of throwing away the old tub, they took it and made a little pond with a little
That's actually a
pump and
really
so-
good idea.
Yes.
in the backyard.
Because I've actually seen, I remember once we were on the scenic railway and I actually saw tubs being disposed of way down close to the coastline and so forth. So for those of you who are refurbishing your homes, doing something different, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
A really, really awesome idea.
Yeah. Somebody is here actually on the live saying some other things, but one of the things that's being said is I just got back from SK and whoa, the single-use plastic usage is mind-boggling. So I guess that's definitely something that but you guys have been been preaching that for sure.
Yes, and the thing is, COVID has impacted us in a lot of ways because prior to COVID, the SDC and tourism environment, all of these entities, we were really, really trying to move forward in terms of awareness campaigns for single-use plastics. And I believe if it wasn't early this year, it was late last. The year is moving so quickly. But if it wasn't early this year, I think it was late last year where there was actually an island-wide drive. In terms of they literally drove to almost every single village to make individuals aware of the effects and so forth of single-use plastic, and they did give away water bottles, I believe, Jade.
Okay.
And I didn't get any. Wow. Interesting. You couldn't even grab one for me, Nama?
I wasn't. I had to be at another event. I was educating the young ones.
As you should.
Nama is going to bring one of those lovely solid waste management corporation water bottles for you.
And
we actually don't have such a thing. We have bags and lunch kits.
I feel like I need one.
Maybe just give,
you know what, Jade? I
think
think we're going to. I'm going to make it my mission to get a water bottle for you from one of our local entities that does some water bottles, and make sure you can have your water bottle so that we can reduce the number of because you're drinking water, which is good. That's a good thing. So we can't stop you from drinking. We should not stop you from drinking water. It's just that
I need a better bottle.
Yes.
Yeah, reduce the plastic bottle. Consumption. Because the thing is, and for me too, like one of the things that I found works is I ended up buying one of the big water coolers, 5-gallon ones from Amazon, and so I just go to the refill place and fill that, and then fill the water bottle with that.
Oh, see?
Instead of buying like a lot of little single ones.
Yes. Because then you have to pour. Because the thing is, if you're buying a lot of single ones and pouring that into another smaller container, it kind of defeats the purpose. It's the same thing. You're still producing the same amount of waste. So buying bigger bottles and then refilling a smaller bottle that you will be carrying around makes sense. And
reusable bottle, like something that you constantly refill.
Exactly. Because I have several water bottles. I've custom made water bottles and stuff like that for myself. Yes, I have, like every business I probably have a water bottle with its logo. Yeah. And people gift me water bottles for some reason. I don't know why. So at home, and my mom as well. So at home, we actually have like an entire section of, in terms of the cupboard, that just is water bottles, reusable water bottles. But my favorite one right now has my name on it, and it came all the way from the motherland. Yes, I have a white one, and so yeah, that's my baby right now. So that one I have usually all over the place. And couple weeks ago or a couple months ago, can't remember. Time is flying so fast, so
I know.
too quickly. I actually forgot that water bottle in somebody's car, and that was hard. I actually drank less water because I didn't have my water bottle.
Damn.
So, especially when you have this attachment to that bottle, it encourages you to drink water. So Azim has been beautifying the place. Jade has been reducing. What about persons around you guys? Have you guys been encouraging individuals to make changes?
I don't tell people to live their life. No, I'm lying. I do that daily here on the radio. Daily on the radio.
You do.
but I think for me, what I find myself doing is I just kind of more encourage people to not litter. I think that is still a thing. The people just kind of some people haven't really gotten into this whole keep it until you could dispose of it properly mentality. And it's like, okay, I finish with it and just discard of it wherever, whenever, it don't matter. So I'm one of them people who'll be like, yo, bro, like, nah, man, pick up that man. Like,
Yeah,
find a trash, man.
don't throw things out your car. You cannot throw anything out of your car in front of me. I'm sorry.
Jade, what you gonna do?
They're gonna have to stop and go pick it up. What do you mean?
How
I
you
mean, if you're in the
stopping
car
them?
with them.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean it? Oh, okay, because I was like,
No, me crazy. I'm just.
But really and truly, that's the thing. Holding persons accountable, those that surround us at least, holding them accountable, that's how change starts. And I mean, at the end of the day, persons, I cannot fathom why an individual would be at a party or anywhere and just drink something and perhaps drop the cup or bottle or whatever it is. I really do not understand that. I can't. But I do understand that people do that, and we need to change that mentality. And so what would you guys suggest we do?
Well, for one, I've been saying that I think, especially in the city centers, we need to have more areas of for disposal. Like more bins for disposal. I think part of it is that people just figure by, and not only that, they need to be easily identifiable. So people could go like, oh, you got a bin here. Oh, yeah, a bin does be there. Kind of like how, there's supposed to be bins in the square. Like, that. So it's kind of like, okay, well, let me just pass by the square, drop it in. If we know exactly where the bins are and they publicize some of the parking lots and stuff like that, like, I think that would help people, because they could always just, swing up and drop it in and continue on the journey.
Yep.
I think that would help.
Okay. Now, personally, I'm actually...
Name and shame them if it's... No.
Not on the radio. But I personally am actually very fearful of bins in public places. Personally, from a personal perspective, because I remember when I was younger and we were living in Trinidad at the time, and somebody put a bomb in one of the public bins and it blew up, and so I'm actually very... If I'm on a road and I see a public bin, I'll more than likely go on the other side. It's still there in my... Yeah. So, but it is actually a really great idea, especially once individuals do not come with their household waste from Timbuktu to come and dispose of that there. So the bins also have to be done in such a way that persons cannot easily dispose of large amounts of waste, of course. But having...
you eat some ice cream, you got a little cup.
Yeah.
Just toss it in.
You can toss it in there,
You eat your boiled nuts or whatever, you could throw your bag in there,
Have a bottle of water or whatever you're drinking that day, you just,
And for those of you who, again, have this argument that certain things are biodegradable, like the boiled nuts, especially in an urban area, it's not biodegradable on concrete. Okay? It's not. So please do not think, oh, this is biodegradable, I'm going to throw it. No, do not do that. It's going to run off somewhere, clog up a drain somewhere, and then cause problems for everyone.
Just be unsightly too. Like,
exactly.
Just walk around and be like, okay, who was sitting here for a half hour?
Yeah, like who just left all the nutshells here?
But the nuts are in a bag. So can't you just put back those in a bag, hold it, and get to a bin?
Simple. You would think it's a very simple process.
You would think that, and I hope that it eventually becomes that.
Yeah.
I know someone said to me recently that I was what was the word? Not naive, but almost too optimistic in terms of having faith in people soon changing their behavior. But I do believe we're moving in the right direction, and I do believe it's possible.
Yeah,
it is possible.
It is possible, and I believe it's possible a lot sooner than we think, because we're starting to see the adverse effects of everything. But
I think we're gonna have to start really incentivizing recycling.
Yes.
Yeah, we have to start incentivizing.
Yeah, that would be a great idea.
So I know there's a bit of it that has started on the island and stuff like that. But I think if you really you incentivize it, literally monetize it.
Yes.
You know, recycling, I think you'll find people more willing to be a part of that, and those are the things that might help to change the culture, right?
Yes.
Even if it's something that doesn't last forever, like people get accustomed to putting the recyclables separately, and you know, it becomes part of you. You might have to incentivize some of this behavior in the beginning.
Yes, and the thing is, incentivize in terms of the consumers, but also in terms of the businesses.
Oh, right, yeah.
Because once businesses know that if they take back certain things, they can either get
a rebate
or be able to sell that on forward or something like that, then they themselves will push for the consumers to bring back certain items. And so I think it's something that I do believe that it's being worked on, not just but from solid waste perspective, but in terms of the entire administration, government administration, all the different departments and ministries are actually moving towards that, because globally everyone is moving towards that. So luckily, once there's this global trend, it's easier to kind of fall in line and so forth, because even grants and things like this are being given towards initiatives such as that. And so I think once we could capitalize on that, then we will be moving towards the right direction. But I believe we have come to the end of the show. Our guest has not been able to make it. Perhaps they'll be able to make it another time. But I did have two absolutely amazing guests this morning.
That's us, Jay.
Azim and Jay.
That's us.
Yes. Tap yourself. Oh, tap each other. Awesome.
But yeah, Nama, it's always a pleasure when you come in and hang out with us right here in Win FM.
Yes.
And remind us that waste matters.
Yes, and that waste matters on the 15th of April. Don't forget, 15th of April. If somebody had not been on before, 15th of April is Good Friday, so we will not be doing any collection on that date. So once it is, your collection is usually on the Friday, we will pick up on the Thursday, which is the 14th of April.
Awesome.
So yeah, close off our show. That's it.
Well, I have the responsibility of saying bye-bye this week from our friends at the Solid Waste Management Corporation. And of course, as always, just a reminder that waste matters. We're going to see you guys again next Tuesday from 8:30 to 9 right here on FM. And of course, if you missed any part of the conversation, you could check us out on the Tuesday shows on Win Media SKN on YouTube, and just look for Island Tea.
Yeah.
Yes. Awesome.
Right, we'll see you guys.
Bye everyone.
Week.
Have a great one.
If you say you love your little dear country, try to do something positively. Be a watchdog for the environment. Don't leave everything to the government. We our garbage anywhere. Lit on the streets everywhere. Our behavior is telling me that we really don't care. Take some pride in your country. Volunteer to clean where it's dirty. Tourism development needs a healthy environment. Whenever we litter, we threaten our survival. So those who engage in it should be treated like criminals. So don't be afraid at all if they call you an informer. Report those who endanger our future. So if you really love this blessing.
The Solid Waste Management Corporation, SWMC, is working hard each and every day to keep St. Kitts clean. Our primary mandate is to collect household waste while maintaining the engineer sanitary landfill in Connery. While it is the responsibility of businesses to see to it that their garbage is properly collected and disposed of at the landfill, the SWMC offers a commercial waste disposal service with our NOSI program. We also offer a bin rental service where persons can rent large bins to do community cleanups or other waste disposal activities. Additionally, our headquarters in Taylor's Range include state-of-the-art conference rooms for rental. So when you're hosting another event, consider using the SWMC conference facilities. We want to continue serving you by keeping our environment clean. Because at the SWMC, waste matters. For more information, call our office at 465-9507.
Get your property properly covered today. Constructing your dream house or considering renovating your property? We will make sure your property is properly covered at Guardian General Insurance. Yes, at Guardian General Insurance, we will ensure that your property is properly covered with our private dwelling and contractors all-risk promotion. Visit or call us today and get affordable rates, premium financing arrangements from now until March 31st, 2022. We will properly cover fire, lightning, explosion, thunderbolt, bursting or overflowing of water tanks and apparatus pipes, burglary, theft or larceny, impact by road vehicle, riot, strike or malicious damage, hurricane, earthquake or volcanic eruption, flood, collapse due to subsidence of landslip, loss of rent, cost of temporary accommodation, and much more. So get your property properly covered at SL Horsford and Company Limited, local agents for Guardian General Insurance today. Special terms and conditions apply.
Call today at 869-465-9355 for further details.
Maybe it's the way the brilliant gold liquid reflects our sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly cold beer on a scorching hot day. Maybe it's even the way it brings us all together. But one thing is for sure, Carib is very much a part of who we are wherever we're from in the Caribbean. Carib, it's the way we play. Drink responsibly.
Hey guys, welcome back to Island Tea, right here with Media SKN with your faves, Kevin and Azem, featuring Jade, Gwenny Gwen. And Jade, it is Tuesday, match tonight. I don't know if it's still rainy outside, but
I suspect so, friend. I
suspect so.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Jade.
What is?
Jade.
What's wrong, friend? What's wrong?
The uncles are still at it.
Yeah, boy. So.
Uncles are still at it, Jade.
And I think they'll be at it for a good while this week.
Jade,
I'm not gonna lie.
It's official. We're in campaign mode. It's official.
Yeah, I think so too. Honestly, between the energy from last night's
Town hall?
Yes, and the interview that I listened.
Jade, okay, hold on. I missed something and it getting to me now.
Which part?
What is the O?
Wow.
I keep hearing reference to some O. What is the
friend,
O?
I can't help you because I don't know.
Can somebody on the live tell me what is the O? Apparently, Timo said he has the O.
What's an O?
How you don't know?
How you don't know?
Like even last night at the town hall, they referenced the O.
Exactly.
And I'm like, what is the O?
You must have raised your hand and ask a question like in class.
I kept asking people there who was laughing when they said it.
You're asking the wrong people.
But my thing is, if I say it and you start laughing, if it's said and you start laughing, I would expect you know you're laughing after. I'm so confused. But I think I just missed when it was announced.
No.
The last letter in bingo.
I don't think that's the O they're referring to. I could be wrong, but
we can let us know. But
somebody can tell us, cause I for sure don't know.
Yeah, but our friend Darren actually had an interview with the Deputy Prime Minister. It was yesterday.
Yes, it was yesterday on Observer Radio.
It was a really good interview. I think there were several pieces of the interview that were very interesting.
It was, and one in particular was his last question. Bear in mind, you'll hear a little bit of music play through this audio. It's just a warning to say that the interview was coming to an end. But to listen to the words and the question.
A sense of betrayal? Do you feel a sense of betrayal as a result of all what you've described in our discussion this morning?
I think honestly we do feel a sense of betrayal because you work with someone and you work with an individual in good faith, and so you expect that when information is needed, information is shared. You expect that in regards to the resources are shared. You expect that just as we said to the persons in the public that there would be fair share for all, that you're able to honestly say to your constituents that you are of the view. That fair share for all.
All right.
Yeah, so again, that interview was on Observer Radio yesterday. If you guys want to go back and look at it, let me just find Darren. Let me just find that name for you guys so you could know. It's it's the big stories at home and across the region. So, yes, you could look at it. It's from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. It was on yesterday. Scroll to about 20 minutes in, 25 minutes in, and you'll hear the interview with the Honorable Deputy Prime Minister.
Well, I think that was an interesting way of phrasing the question too. Like, do you feel a sense of betrayal?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but what you thought about what he said?
Well, what stood out to me most is the fact that they said they are going to lay their cards on the table this week to the Prime Minister, and air their grievances, and he also mentioned if things aren't able to be worked out, then they're taking it back to the polls. Which is why I feel like we're in campaign mode, honestly.
Democracy at work.
That is why I feel like we're in campaign mode, honestly. Because we all know that things aren't how it used to be. There are some things that sides feel that they're not.
Maybe not, you know. Maybe this is how they were all the time. It's just that this is the fifth bite.
Oh, according you wanna play that?
No. But I understand what the minister was saying.
You sure you don't want me to play it?
Okay, you go ahead.
I hope it's this one. No, this isn't the one. It's the other one. Okay. So this is just a snippet from the town hall yesterday from Minister Grant. He said something that made me chuckle. And I think it will make you chuckle as well.
A little light moment.
Yes.
And they're arguing about the fact that the honorable leader said some things at the convention and why he never talked them things before. Well, I'm going to ask you something. If a woman married to a man, or a woman have a man, I'm talking serious business. I'm drawing an analogy so you could understand. And when the man come in the house every day, he take off his pants and the other pants and he throw them on the floor. And the woman come and say, Lord, honey, man, put away your pants and your underpants now. And she tell him today, come back tomorrow, he do the same thing. She say, honey, man, I tell you, next month, same thing. Next year, same thing. The year after, the same thing. And next year. I mean, it's only so long she could take it. But the thing about it, you can't bring out your dirty laundry out in public, so. Just so. If a man in the house and the woman bite him, you might take 3 bites. You might take 3 bites. But when you reach like 5 bites, you say, "Bye, make out them out." Can't take them out them bite there.
But you gotta love the platform, political platforms. You always gonna get some. You always get some entertainment by.
Always.
But I think you see, I was one of the. I'm one of the people who have been saying, I don't think that this is the way to move aside, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think what's being suggested is they take it, they can't take no more.
Yeah, the man them said that 3 bites is enough.
Yeah, man. But when it comes to 5, that's a lot of bites.
That's a let you. 3 is a lot.
I'm a bad boy. I'm going to be what the minister says. He said if a man get 3 bites.
He said if a woman get 3 bites.
Nope. He said you see, that's y'all. You say y'all like to gaslight? Y'all like to gaslight people?
Who gaslight you?
You want to make it seem like it's only one gender that's doing the biting.
That's not what I said now.
Both genders get bitten, Jade.
You know what? Yeah, wait. You are correct. So anything that happened this week, again, as I said, what Sean said is that they're going to lay their cards on the table this week to the Honorable Prime Minister, and we'll see. He said this week, eh? So.
But Jed, I think we have gotten to the point where I was one of the persons who was thinking that things would have to be salvaged, but that was based on my belief of what would be possible for the parties. Now, I keep saying that I think the parties will do what is in their best interest politically. And so, from my observation from the outside, it may seem as though it might be best for the parties involved to work out their differences and move forward. If the parties themselves feel that they feel differently, meaning, hey, we are strong enough to contest, we believe that we are able to get the support from the people, get a mandate to be able to lead moving forward, then they might make a different decision.
Well, that's what he said. He'd taken it to that. If it can't be worked out, they're taking it back to the people and the polls.
Or as well as I wasn't aware, but the minister actually gave the I'm sorry, the Deputy Prime Minister, he gave the reason for the candidate for constituency number one's absence last night. Apparently, just a week or two ago, she actually celebrated the birth of a baby girl.
Yes,
so congratulations. I was very happy to hear that they seem to be doing well. Congratulations.
Baby.
Yeah, congratulations. Jade, you need to relax.
Yes. Oh,
Yes,
no,
yes,
that's not what happened, your friend.
You need to relax. Jade.
You know,
I realize you're getting very...
No, you know the word baby.
Okay.
But I have a baby. He's 4. Well, he's 3. About to be 4.
Okay.
He will forever be my baby.
Poor guy.
I know.
But yeah, so just get that out there, because she wasn't the last night, of course. You know, getting into to motherhood and bonding with the new baby. But I think we're gonna see if and that verbiage is very important. You know, laying your cards on the table, because then it kind of signals, hey, we're gonna let you or whoever else know exactly what we intend to do, what our intentions are, what our demands are, what our expectations are, and move accordingly. So hopefully, based on whatever happens at this card lane, we could at least have some clarity as to the positions of the parties, and we could kind of get past this. Because right now I think we're in the speculative phase where it's like everybody trying to figure out what's going on, what the goal is.
To be honest, that's true.
Yeah, people trying to figure out what's going to happen. They're going to stay together, they're going to break up, when, how they're going to do it, who going to run where, like all these kind of things. If at least we know, okay, this is what's going on, then we could put the speculation behind it.
Yeah.
And then the candidates could come to the people and state their case.
As they should.
And we could at least try to move into more governance.
Yes. So let's move on to something else. Unfortunately, yesterday we lost a legend in the soca arena. So yes, Dexter Black Stewart has died. The lead vocalist for the All Stars band passed away this afternoon, which was yesterday afternoon, at the Arima Hospital. Blacks was hospitalized with COVID-19 at the facility. Close friend Fayon Lyons Alvarez confirmed to Loop News that he has passed away. The management of the All-Star bands also issued condolences via social media. And his family will issue a statement soon. Listen, it's a huge loss, eh?
Yeah. I don't think people know Blacks as soca artists. I feel like Hulk and all of them things and all the other big songs that he had over the years. But before we even continue, of course, condolences, well wishes to the friends and family of Blacks.
And to Nicha B, because he was a mentor to him.
But that's kind of where I was going. People know him as an artist, but for me, what I always admired about Blacks and actually patterned some of what we do in Bacchanal School after is himself along with the All-Star band, right? They have been the launch pad for new talent. Everybody done play with Blacks. From Destro to Fayon to Ricardo Drew to our very own Nicha B. Like, he has made it a point to take fresh, new, young talent, nurture it, and we've seen over the years people that come up under his mentorship go on to really do huge things. So if I really stop and think about it, several of the Soca Monarch winners, several of the biggest soca acts around the region all came upon the Blacks, and it was something that he took so much pride in. And as we mentioned, it wasn't even something that he wasn't a man who just looked at it as like a Trini thing or whatever. No, he wherever he found, you have Ricardo Drew, who was Antigua. You have Nichabi or Senkits, and you hear stories from other artists around the region who he has literally taken under his wing and mentored and helped to push them and their career forward. So I mean, it's a huge loss.
Definitely.
A huge loss for soca, for music, not only in Trinidad but of course across the region, across the Caribbean. Hopefully we see persons taking up the mantle that's left by him and take example from him, because what he was doing, I mean, yeah, the impact is unmeasurable.
True. So
again, rest in peace to blacks and condolences to all the friends, loved ones of him and the All-Star Band.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh boy. Well, on to worse things.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's that type of day.
Yes, it is. So, former, let me just pull this closer so y'all can hear me.
Mm-hmm.
Former Haitian Sports Minister Evans Lescouflair accused of raping children. Because that's what sports ministers are supposed to be doing. Because, yeah, we're living in hell. Anyway, a former sports minister of Haiti has been accused of repeatedly raping an 11-year-old pupil while a teacher in the 1980s, and is facing a civil lawsuit brought by several other alleged victims who claim he sexually abused them. Complaints against Evans, who served in several posts of Haiti's Ministry of Youth, Sport and Civic Action between 2008 and 2011, and remains influential in Haitian football as president of Youth Side Club Sportif St. Louis, were sent to the Commissioner of Port-au-Prince Governorate on Thursday by lawyers working on behalf of Claude Alex Bertrand and several other alleged victims. It is understood that they contain accusations that one of Lescouflair's alleged victims killed themselves in 2008. It's a criminal complaint about the repeated rape of minors under 15 years old. The lawyers Frank Venus told The Guardian. The sentence for this crime is life imprisonment. Yes, if you do it, jail. Simple. I mean, we don't hang people anymore, right? They in Haiti, that is really them things, though?
I don't know.
I mean, you've mentioned several times on the show, right? People having certain positions for the wrong reasons.
Well, I don't know what the reason he's in the position. He might actually be very good at his job. Now, my problem is that too many times we are seeing persons who are given a certain level of responsibility taking advantage of those positions, and that is what is concerning.
Mm-hmm.
That is what is concerning, because you should be the person who these children can turn to and trust. Now,
yep.
Apart from just the trauma of, having to deal with being violated and abused in some way, when that abuse and violation comes from someone who is in a position of trust,
mm-hmm.
that type of that breeds a certain type of mistrust, a certain type of long-term impact that really and truly you don't know if there's any way to really undo that damage.
There isn't.
Right? So
there isn't, Adam.
So it becomes very concerning when we hear stories like this.
That trauma stays with you forever.
So this is what I'm saying. I think that we have to continually be vigilant. We can't assume that because persons are in certain positions that they are responsible enough to handle the role that they're in. We have to constantly create avenues for persons to report things that may make them uncomfortable, concerns, that kind of thing. I think if the goal is to really lessen these types of things, to avoid these type of things, one of the things we have to do is to empower our children. Empower our children so that they feel comfortable, they know what they're supposed to do, they know. This is why I keep telling people I cannot seriously have a conversation with persons who are adverse to sex education at any age. It's just that the education has to be appropriate.
Tailored to the age.
Yeah, it just has to be appropriate.
But when you don't have them conversations, then the kids aren't sure what to do when things happen to them. They're not understanding what's happening to them.
A lot of times they don't, again, like you said, they don't even know what is right and wrong because they have not been taught that.
No.
Right? So, and within these, in these lessons, one of the lessons must be how to identify the types of control that persons in this position may exercise in order to protect themselves based on what they're doing. You know, when people make threats, when people say, "Oh no, I am an adult, so I would know." When people
this is normal. I do this with all of my kids.
The type of, because what we find happening is a lot of the rhetoric is the same. You know, you start telling children things like, "Oh no, but I'm friends with your mommy, so I wouldn't do anything to hurt you." When people start telling you, "Oh no, this is fine, we do it with all the kids." We think like, if you feel uncomfortable, then you should know these are the steps. This is who I can talk to. This is how it goes, right? So I think that is something that is really missing. I don't know what is the situation with this particular incident, and hopefully it gets sorted out in court. But of course, using this as a jump-off point, we do know whether or not this particular gentleman is guilty of what he's accused of, that there are children who unfortunately are being put in these positions, are being abused, being victimized. So
you know what else?
We need to continually fight against those things until it is totally eradicated.
Parents, listen to your children.
They must.
And a lot of the times, there are parents out here, their children come to them and tell them things are happening to them. And instead of sitting down and listening or trying to understand what their child is telling them, they dismiss them. "Oh, you're just fast," or "Oh, he would never do that." Or, like, what?
Sometimes the parents, they're trying to protect their own fragile little psyches, you know. And the thing for me is that in itself is unfortunate. What is even more unfortunate is when the parents seem to be more concerned about protecting themselves than protecting the children.
Protecting their partners and the image and all of these things.
But that is what I'm saying, because a lot of times, and this is something that I know must be very scary for parents. And that is something that I've had conversations with a lot of my friends about. When do you feel comfortable bringing certain people around your children? You know where I'm coming from? Like this is a situation where a lot of people get caught up in. They bring the wrong people around their kids.
And it don't even be sometimes the parents, it's your family members. You have family members doing these things to kids. And the other family members just turning a blind eye, acting like they don't know what's happening. The parents acting like their cousins, brothers, like, "Oh, you're telling your kids, your uncle coming over, go put on a pants." Like, why your child need to put on a long pants because the uncle coming over? So you suspect that the uncle, but you're allowing the uncle to come over still? Who here wrong? Bye.
Protect kids, please.
Please.
Protect kids, please.
That's all we ask.
Protect kids, please. And protect kids, that's one. And two, stop protecting predators.
Please, me I beg you know, because a lot of y'all out here know what happening, you know. Everybody can't tell the same lie on the same people. Somebody have to be telling the truth. If 10 people say the same thing about one person, everybody lying, so? No, man. Y'all know what's happening, but y'all refuse to because of whatever ties y'all have to this person, who this person is in society, who this person is to their family, what this person does do for you. So this person is allowed to continuously hurt kids and women and men and children just because of who they are, and y'all know, and y'all just, oh well. The only way to stop is when it happens to one of y'all. Somebody father gonna do for one of y'all. But continue. Y'all going real good.
But Jade, you said that there just now, and you bring me to what we mentioned earlier, we mentioned yesterday. The slap that was heard across the world.
Yes.
The slap that was heard across the world, it rippled across the seas and washed up on the shores of every nation on the planet Earth. Why you? Why?
I'll say two things.
Say two things.
I don't agree, but I understand. And here's why. Too often, right, we think people should be allowed to say whatever they want under the guise of jokes. Y'all feel like y'all could just talk to people however, say whatever, because y'all are being funny. Forgetting that y'all talking to actual people. And everybody ain't gonna take things as jokes or them being funny. So when people react now and y'all shout, oh, why would you do that? Well, why would you say that? Why would you say that to somebody? You don't know what a person going through, you don't know what a person feeling, but because you feel like you're making a joke, it's okay? Okay. All joke is joke till ain't a joke, eh? So I'll continue.
Interesting. I thought, and to be honest, like I said, I don't condone violence, but I understand
That's what I tell you.
Right?
I tell you.
And I've been on record here as saying that one of the problems with a lot of people is that nobody ever slapped them in the face.
You said enough time, people don't get boxed in the face.
People don't get boxed in the face enough. Because sometimes you have to just have an understanding of the possible consequences, and then that then informs the way you navigate through life. Right? Right? Now, I think what we have to recognize with Will, like for me, is that what I saw in the moment, what my thought was that it's unfortunate that Chris had to be the one to receive the slap that Will wanted to give to everybody that been making all the jokes, that been using him as the poster boy for emasculation, that been
just making his like, family the butt of all
kind of jokes, right? Yeah. So I think that he has been dealing with a lot of negative emotion, and obviously he has not dealt with that.
Clearly.
Now, do I believe that that we should not have? No. The reason I don't think so is because, again, when you spend more time posting your content than living it, then you put it out in the public. What comes with that? Comes with that.
Yes.
And this is the same thing I'm saying with even thing. And so I'm agreeing with you in the fact that, do I believe that comedians, people who make it their job to comment on what is happening around and make that palatable, acceptable, use these conversations as a jump off for other discussions, and they shroud that in comedy? Do I think that they should be able to do that? Yes. However, I also believe that just like with any other job, you must understand the risk that comes with that job. If you're a comedian, it is understood that at some point you will offend the people.
Duh.
Right? And you will have to deal with that. Just like if you're a police officer, there is a chance that you can end up in some sort of physical altercation or otherwise. If you're a soldier, well, it's highly unlikely you're coming back.
Whoa.
When there's a war.
Yeah.
That's just...
You're going to be some clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? So every job has certain levels of risk, right? So Chris Noah, I don't think this was the first time he understands what comes with that.
Can be.
Perhaps though, it just was not expected in that forum.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't.
Not bad. But I was shocked to all when I saw that. I was like, excuse me? What is happening?
I'm pretty sure we all were shocked, especially from who it came from. I mean, I've seen him stop somebody before, but it wasn't.
Jade.
Yeah.
Jade. It wasn't like, oh, somebody said something to you and thing. No, another and my thing is, I don't want to talk too much about him and his personal life and what's going on with him. But this is one of the things. You know, I like to use these jump off points. I have to acknowledge the fact that it is difficult for me to totally write off the behavior in a way, because I am one of the persons, Jade. I could take anything. I could take anything. You call me name, do whatever.
But I don't villainize you.
Yeah. But watch you. It's so it happens so often that now it's like the butter jokes. Like the other day at an event, they say some technical issues. They might say, "Bye, the Bailey fault." Bailey, ready an hour and a half before the show, yeah. But it's like it just so easy to call me name that like that's like it's like a running joke now.
Yeah.
So I could deal with them things there. But Jade, things just hit different when people play around loved ones. Different. I would want to believe
sick loved ones.
I want to be so mature and well adjusted that I can constantly have the righteous response no matter the situation. Unfortunately, I have fallen short on a few occasions, right? So I know when you come play around my mother, my sister, my brother, it's a problem. So what you want to say about me?
Easily.
You understand?
Easily.
Them things don't really bother me. But I know it inspires a different reaction when you start talking about people that are close to me.
Oh, you better believe it.
Right?
That's what you say.
So this is something that I am well aware of, right? Now, do I think it is right? No. Do I think I was right in some of my responses? No. But you have to be well aware that this is what happens. This is what happens.
I think a lot of the time people feel like they could just say whatever they want. Social media and this new way we live has inspired people to feel like online and a lot of these avenues aren't real life, forgetting that they have real life consequences.
Yeah. So was he wrong? Yes. But at the same time, I believe that it points to the fact that one, he has something. I believe that slap wasn't for Chris. That slap was for everybody that been making all these jokes. The man is a meme, Jade.
Chris just happened to be the vessel.
But yeah, the man had to take.
I don't know what people going through.
The man didn't take one for the team. The man take one for the world.
Yes, I don't know what people going to stop doing that, because you might be the last try, you know.
No.
30 reasons.
I ain't telling nobody must stop, you know. What I'm saying is be prepared for the consequence.
Well, I try to encourage them to stop the behavior. I mean, if you don't think they could.
No, my thing is this. The man is a comedian.
Preach as him.
the man is a comedian, right? Mm-hmm. The man is a comedian. Like, you're sitting in the front row of the Oscars, you will get roasted.
Yeah, but you could roast people, yes.
I'm not justifying the joke. What I'm saying is, I don't want to get to a point where because at the same time, yes, he needs to be prepared for what can come with that. Mm-hmm. But then you also need to be prepared when you guys sit down in the front row of the Oscars. Mm-hmm. You understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
So I don't believe that it's one or the other, right? It's not. I don't think it has to be one or the other. So I just don't want it to seem like and like you said though, what you've said is one of the things that really irks me. The fact that a lot of times people need to also recognize that you ain't a comedian. It's like if the police goes right to part a fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the police is facing a certain level of risk, but the police also, because of their position, right, has authority to handle things in a certain way, right? Now, does it mean that I, as a civilian, can go part the fight? Yes, but I just don't have the same authority that the police have. You understand where I'm coming from? So a lot of times, what people do now, they use the fact that they can. So yes, you can make a joke, but you're not a comedian. You understand? That's the problem.
They think they are. And that's why y'all on Facebook think y'all some comedians. So I continue playing people.
Continue playing people.
That's why I am not on your socials. Y'all could barely find me posting on social media and stuff. I don't want to be involved in that type of life. I spend more time living my content than posting it. I'm fine. I read some of y'all posts and I'm like, why would you post this? Why would you say this? Y'all want to be the funniest person on social media. Y'all want to be the person everybody ha-ha-ing with. Okay. Ha-ha.
Yeah. So Gawain is making the thing and saying like Chris is a comedian, Will is a comedian. Someone else is like slapping a dog for barking. No, this is to me that is an oversimplification of the situation, right?
Yep.
Because one can make jokes without being offensive.
And that is the thing.
No. Hold on. One can make jokes without being offensive. No, I do believe that part of a comedian's job is to offend. You understand where I'm coming from? Yes, I believe part because the only way that you can push certain conversations forward is through offense. No. My thing is just when you do that, you have to be prepared for the backlash.
You better.
You know how jobs got respect because you know it's risky.
Where's the comedians need a respect?
Comedians need a respect. You understand? Like, so it's not a matter that I believe. So it's not a matter. I don't believe that anyone was right in the situation. But I do believe that instead of trying to figure, and I say this on the show all the time, a lot of times we like to argue about who right and who wrong. A lot of time.
Ain't all the time. It's been that simple.
But Gawain is saying, so it's almost like he's saying, okay, well, Will makes offensive jokes as well. So he should understand, no. What happens is Will should face the same consequences as a result of the offensive jokes he makes. That's all it is. You understand where I'm coming from? Like, it's not that he's somehow exempt from the same things.
No, we're not saying.
Yes.
They say, oh, but he does do it too. No. We're talking about that.
No. And I don't think that is a good thing because who feels it knows.
Exactly.
It is a matter of who feels it knows. So yes, I may say something offensive and you choose to react in a certain way. And when I get offended, well, I get to choose how I react. That's how it works. That's how it works. And all of these actions have certain consequences. What I will say though is that I believe one, Chris is the consummate professional because as much as he was stumbling to continue after that, as anybody would, he remained professional and continue.
Listen, you could have seen it for a split second.
Not even a split second. I think for the next few.
What he was about to do, he literally was like, you know what, I could. Nah.
No, Jade. People saying like, "But that was me." No, because let me tell you something.
Well, he was about to fully roast. Like he was literally fully.
No, Jade. No.
The man literally said it as you know what, I could.
No, let me tell you why. Sometimes, right, you get an idea of where people's minds are at based on how far they were willing to go. Will demonstrate that was so outside of what anybody could have possibly expected. Because the man just fix his jacket, walk up to him in the middle of the life because calmly. When people move so, Jade, you walk out, but let me leave you alone.
You should.
Yeah, and so I don't think Chris is a street man. Them man doesn't know. Watch you. No, we need to play with he.
Yeah.
No, we need to play with he.
Yeah, the man, you could tell he literally, I feel like he's just going through a different thing right now, and he, as you said, he probably fed up and probably annoyed. And
he has unresolved issues. He need to go figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
He need to go figure it out. It's simple that.
Yeah.
And not only that, I want to give kudos to Chris as well. Not only for continuing the show, but for remaining upright. Cause I was hard slap here.
But I hate him.
I mean, he cannot. But
hey.
Yeah. He ain't far long, but that slap they would have put a lot of man on the ground.
Bye.
Yeah.
You know who church will needs to go to pray about this?
Who church is it?
Pastor Boland.
Boland come in the conversation.
Yeah, my mind this morning, and his lovely rendition of Dexter Daps. That's how you start the church.
The place of love, Jade.
Place of love. And who better to spread love than Dexter? Listen, on brand.
Oh, boy.
On brand.
You gotta love it.
Listen, you gotta love it, because if you think about it, right? I'll tell you now, I'm in hell first. I know me first in line.
Well, Jade.
I'm a fact. Being going. I don't play with God, so. Me don't play.
So wait, so is it that you think that they can't, like, let me ask you this. You think playing Dexter Daps in church is a sin?
No, boy. Well, according to the list of sins, that's not on it.
So what?
Yeah, wait. You know, I want to hear next Pastor Bola. Let me put in a request. I want to hear Cartel.
Prudence. Listening. Prudence.
Which cartel is a good?
You gotta be White Cartel. You can't play Black Cartel. Black Cartel was different. Black Cartel was to send for your army and so.
Send for the army of the Lord. That's the song we're going with.
You might be
Send
right.
it for the army of the Lord.
You might be right.
Hallelujah.
But yeah, I think that I lose my train of thoughts.
Sorry, it's my fault.
Yeah,
it's my fault.
Yeah, but no, I think that I was saying righteousness and prudence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Righteousness and prudence. People need to figure out those two things. A lot of times, I think sometimes we confuse the two.
Mm-hmm.
We confuse the two. So, yeah, Google it.
But all we telling y'all today, watch what you say to people.
Watch, be prepared. Be prepared for what's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Be prepared for what's coming.
Don't feel like y'all could just say whatever y'all want without consequences. That's not how. I mean, us too, but we, yeah.
But I keep telling this to people. We come on the radio and give. I literally did the maths. It's like 2,000 and something takes a year, right? We can get some things wrong. We're gonna offend some people. We're gonna upset some people. Some people gonna agree. Some people gonna disagree. But
that's just how it goes.
But if you're gonna come in here and do this, then you have to understand that's part of it.
Correct.
That's part of it. Now the hope would be that the response of people who may disagree with us or may have taken offense to something we say, the response would not result in violence. And it's not justifiable, just like Will wasn't justifiable. But
cause me and Chris, don't put your hand on me.
Okay, Jade, we discussed last week you are a fighter.
No, I go in station. I keep telling y'all. I go in station after. Going to the station after.
You think we should be charged with assault?
That's not up for me.
No. I asked what you think should happen. I don't. Because oh my God, it's assault. Let me ask you a question, right, Jade? As a woman, right? Mm-hmm. As a woman, some dude call you out of your name. Your man walk up, disrespect you. Your man walk up and bust him and a slap. You vex your man?
No.
Okay.
Hopefully I would have a man like that when I get one.
You see, and that is the thing. Guys, you hear what she said?
Honor.
You hear what she said?
Defend my honor, my love.
She hopes she finds a man like that,
Who will defend my honor.
You see how this, hey, watch it. You see how this woman that put her in. Don't listen to, I tell you, I don't listen to our woman them here. Don't listen to our woman, then they can put her in funny, hey. All right. Uncle Ryan don't want a long time. If you want to live long, Don't listen to you.
Actually, that is the total opposite.
Jade.
We just be out here keeping y'all alive, you know?
Because this is the thing, Jade. Men, I tell you already now, men live under the constant threat of violence. That is part of who we are. It is, we know it innately. Innately, we've had fights over marbles when we were 6. So we know the threat of
violent beings.
The threat of violence exists between men. The problem is that women a lot of times don't have the same level of threat, right? And y'all is want put us in position. But you know, much time I see a woman start a fight and a man got to end it, and usually he ending it with his face on the pavement.
Well,
sometimes you got to say, honey, come, let's go here. Come, let's go here. Let's go. You need to cool. Sometimes I need to tell our ladies to cool by. But anyway, we're gonna leave. We're gonna go. We're gonna disembark.
Hopefully nobody outside waiting on us. But you know.
Let me ask you a question. If Jada had get up and slapped Chris, this would have been a different, you think?
Yeah.
Why?
Because one, the person who was actually offended too, but the person who was directly affected by the joke
responded.
Yes, and plus she's a woman.
Okay.
Listen, no,
but mighty.
All today. Oh boy.
If
pieces on Chris.
I'm telling you, you see how everybody talking about Will, everybody would have talked about Chris.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, you think the cause for assault charges would have been anywhere as loud?
No.
Okay. Interesting.
Chris would have come out and apologize today.
Yep. Yeah, Chris would have to apologize, not the other way around.
Nope.
Interesting indeed. But hey, guys, we're gonna leave, we're gonna go, we're gonna disembark. We had a great time today, Tuesday. I'm hanging out with you guys, sipping on some tea. And we really appreciate you taking the time out to come and hang out with us right here on Win Media SKN. Whether you linked us on YouTube, whether you linked us on Facebook, Win Media SKN.com, tune in.
Yes, tune in radio.
Yeah, tune in radio. Or you listen to us on your radio on 98.9 FM. We appreciate you so much. But guys, please remember, don't put yourself in the position like some of these people. Spend more time living your content than posting it.
Simple
Keep
theory.
people out your business.
Simple theory, you know. That's
Keep
why I don't
people
know
out
about
your
me.
business.
That's why I just give you all false information on a day-to-day basis.
And please, don't hot up your head about it either, because you can't buy the cup of tea because you is not a mug.
Simple.
See you guys tomorrow.